This is your daily market recap for Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. Another interesting day in the market. Another idea, potential of inflection points forming, as they typically do near the first and last 3 business days of the month, or OPEX. If you've been watching and following the content, you're not surprised by what's going on here. Please be careful out here. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. I've heard that saying before. If you're new to the channel, want to join the Discord room, link is in the description below. Let's jump into it. Posting a lot of stuff on Twitter, seeing today. It's getting pretty interesting out there. I know there's some information that no one's talking about, especially with, like, say, Apple. Chip production plummeted. Chip production as a whole plummeting. Gonna see it in tech at some point. As I've warned folks, there is no recession, no soft landing. It's not going to happen. It's just a matter of when. So trade up, trade down as we have. It's a trader's market. Remember, that's what a bear market is. But a bear market ends with what? A smash down, while a bull market ends with a parabolic rise higher. Like, that's just how it is. And it's a trader's market heading downward. In my opinion, the volatility is at levels which will make it interesting. In my opinion, if the volatility doesn't increase from here, I'll be surprised, because at this point it seems very likely that the Feds are in a pickle. Again, we've talked about this in previous videos. Please check out content to get clued in or hang out. Again, did a live market chat today, talked about a lot of stuff. I would recommend folks check it out. If you're newer to the channel, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's very simple. Got tons of information for back to basics from learning. Also updating the website as of recently. Here it all is, all the videos in order from beginning to more advanced. And then at the end, if you're interested, want to sign up, get on the Trading Agent web email server. Again, I'm not going to send stuff out very regularly. It's only going to be things that I think are actually important, maybe news, things that people need to pay attention to, or involved with the stock market, or looking to invest in real estate, because that's the ultimate goal here. Passive income, real estate, all the tax write-offs, tons of stuff. Check out the tradingagent.com website, and let's get into it. Fed Fund Futures. Today's JOLTS number showing that there was a million less job openings this month. Interesting, right? We've talked about what, in general? A lot of stuff going on, right? So you better be careful. And so, in my opinion, I've said this many times, the Feds are in a pickle. Raising interest rates ultimately, in my opinion, will lead to what? A recession, right? There's no soft landing, right? We talk about this endlessly. But them raising rates, the Fed Fund Futures, right? Different than the actual interest rates. I think what you're going to see ultimately is that bonds get bought before the Feds start cutting rate or pause. Keep that in mind. It's typically what happens, right? Treasuries will be bought anticipating it. Well, no soft landing. If there's no soft landing, you remember what happened to bonds in 2008? Kapow, went much higher and being bought. So again, maybe we're starting that trend here. And that's the thing. People say, oh, well, deflation, tech. No, it's more like recession, everything pulling back. That's what, and again, we've talked about this a billion times. In a bull market, old leaders don't reemerge. So if you're looking at megatech thinking like, oh gosh, this is going to be awesome, blah, 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 okay. Be careful. No, it does not work like that at all. The old leaders will not be the new leaders. I just, be careful. Please be careful. That's all I can say. So at this point, not much to say other than just be thoughtful. Like, please pay attention to this. Take notes of this. Don't get caught up in all the day-to-day commotion of it all. The Feds are in a pickle, y'all. They've got to put an end to inflation. They have to stamp it out. Bitcoin, chopping. Talked about this level matters. Keep an eye on it. Real simple. Watch the 28s. Takes out 26s. Takes out 29s. Right now, it's just a big trading range. Oil. Interesting action today because it popped up yesterday. You'd think it could continue. Chopping around. Natural gas. I am sorry to say that it is stuck. That's the reality here. I don't know when it ends. People keep asking me about it. When's it going to bottom? When's it going to bottom? When's it going to bottom? If I had to guess, it stops bottoming when people stop looking at it, right? It bottoms when nobody wants it. Now, again, natural gas can get in these choppy low bottoms, right? I would just be very careful because, again, I don't think there's much downside. But if you buy, say, like the UNG and that ETF decays, talk to you later. All right, let's get into it. The dollar hitting major support resistant levels. If you're not familiar with this area, zoom out. It's a big trend line. It is a big trend line we're coming into. And again, does it have to be perfect? No. It's the top of the gap. Keep an eye on it. Dropping with light volume. Is this a bear trap on the dollar, or is the dollar about to get smushed? Again, if I'm the Feds, I want the dollar up. I want dollar strength. I want credibility. We'll see what happens here. TLT, again, we talked about it. If you're not familiar with 2008, 2009, watch the previous recaps, or hit pause. I'll show it to you. 3 seconds. Zing pow. Bonds got bought. Feds were able to get the rates down. Congress was able to do stimulus. Again, remember, the government passes a bill. It's going to have to get funded by a bonds versus like just unlimited QE, in my opinion. So they're going to want rates to go lower. Watch this area up here in the 108s, 109s. The VIX. Told you guys, anything in the 18 is a gift. Anything in the 18s. All right, popping. See what happens. If it gets over 20, next level, SPY. Outside reversal? Question mark. New high, closes, makes new lows. Keep an eye on it. We've been warning people. If you go watch previous recaps, weekly, monthly areas, we're coming into it. I don't need to say it over and over and over again. Same thing with the Qs. Coming into major resistance at the 20-month. All right, double top, triple top, whatever trading range, watch 320 area. IWM. IWM leads, and it's been lagging. Watch for lagging. Look at today's action. Engulfs. Go num 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 num. Smash. Hulk smash. That is not good. DIA, we talked about again. Needs to get, chopping around. Hits major resistance. 2-day range high. Closes at the 100-day. If it gets back under 325 December lows, again, that's not bullish. Gold. Congrats. Gold bulls. Again, as somebody who was always a gold bull by nature, because I own bullion. I've been recommending it. But not long the trade. Missing out. It is what it is. I wish you guys the best of luck. I hope it continues going higher. Again, at this point, we are getting over major levels that you need to close over for on the monthly. Even on the month, it's still early. I'm trying to think. Let me draw this out. Do we break all the trends? Yeah, I mean, it's looking like it. Now, is this a trap? They're going to throw the baby out with the bathwater when they start pulling stuff back? I don't know. Again, seasonality for the second quarter is not good for gold. I don't trust the breakout, but you know what? I don't care. I'm not trading it. I personally think, again, watch the dollar, watch gold, watch everything. This is an important area. Check out the monthly. We've talked about why long-term we're always bullish. We're like, this is a big cup and handle with the head and shoulders bottom. Trading range here. We talked about this being the bottom down here. If you watched the Fed lows in October, we talked about that was the bottom. Or October, November. There you go. New highs. Congrats. Silver. Nice. Closed. Got over the resistance zone. Now, if you're looking at the monthly, it's definitely lagging, right? It's definitely lagging. But, hey, is it time to catch up? Catch up. We'll see. The miners, again, bye-bye my dust calls, but that is what it is. Over, breaking out, decent volume, needs to sustain. Again, I would rather it have like multiple days backing up and then going. But, hey, I mean, you're in, right? You're in and through major zones here. I mean, did we get that? I don't know. Personally, this is where I struggle because, again, if the market dumps, the VIX explodes, miners get smacked. Will that happen this time? Again, I'm not shorting them, but I would recommend trading around them, being careful. No one listens. When they're right, they're right. They just don't think it can ever go down. We'll see what happens here. Again, I personally love when gold and silver go higher because, again, as someone who's hedged for inflation, but just have in the back of your mind, the CME, the futures market, run by who? The government, and the governments hate what? They hate to see gold going higher here. They're going to be slightly concerned. Just keep that in mind. GDXJ, same thing. New highs, looking good. Keep on, soldiers. AG, we talked about, hey, we like what they're doing, cutting cutting production until silver prices get higher. Okay, watch the 200-day, watch the trend line. AEM, wow, nice up day. I was chopping, I was looking a little wary, filling the gap. Just keep that in mind. These things have been on fire. The market folds, they could get folded too. Just keep that in the back of your mind. PAAS, back up at range, recent range highs. Newmont got up to 51s. No gap left unfilled, maybe. Sorry. Keep all of this in mind. Again, I am not recommending shorting the miners. I don't recommend that at all, but I just know second quarter choppiness, sloppiness. I hope they go high and then get stuck, because then they'll give me plenty of opportunity to wait, because I personally think there's better risk reward in shorting tech. Speaking of the devil, AM Dizzle. Those low of the day. We talked about this chopping up. Just watch. I mean, you could argue this is like a head and shoulders on the hourly. Head and shoulders top. Keep an eye on it. Taiwan Semi. Think this is the easiest short in the semiconductor industry. Look, broke out of its up channel. Top, chop, flop. It's coming, in my opinion. Micron started it all. Where it all started, if Drew's paying attention, we talked about this, like professional gap, semis. Lagging? They're lagging lately. Look at that. China news, whatever. I mean, everybody knows. There's a glut of chips coming. As you can see very clearly, that professional gap, and now what? Heading lower. Now does it have to head all lower every day? No. But like yesterday and the previous day's action, I mean, you wiped out both bulls and bears, then you made new lows. Sneaky. NVIDIA. Finally, it is starting to happen. We'll see. No. I mean, you're at long-term resistance. If you go check this out, I mean, again, I hate to pull over the monthly all the time, but you can see very clearly there's a lot of action in this area. I mean, I guess you could pull it up to there, whatever. Watch. Again, if you're chasing NVIDIA up here and you're not taking profits, go watch the videos in November about Tesla. Again, straight line moves at the end, not the beginning. Intel. Hit up our upside projected zone and the 200-month. There you go. Keep an eye on it. SMH, again, lagging. Lagadocious. Doji sandwich. Lower lows. Breaking over the 0.618 for a couple days. Trapedicious. Trapedola. Trapezius. Muscle. We'll see. It's a trap. It's a trap. Well, I can't do the voice from that guy from Star Wars, but you guys know what I'm talking about. The brown-looking, alien-looking goofball with the big head. Here you go. Adobe retesting. Apple, again, if you've read Mac rumors, they're talking about no chip. Like they cut chip production in January and February. Rallying up. We'll see. I mean, this feels very stretched from the first of the month action. Amazon holding up. But it's in the chop zone. Again, I wouldn't trust this. I wouldn't trust this at all, folks. Would not trust it at all. CRM, we talked about the 200 level on the monthly. Again, the monthly here, I'll pull it over. For the friends at home, because again, I mean, swing trading versus day trading. Look at this area matters. In the 200 area, getting a little tired up here. We'll see. Guggenheim, chopping. We talked about this lagging. Look at this wick today. Keep an eye on it. This area's mattered before. 105 to 110. Meta. I don't know how high people are to continue to buy this. Feels like the blow off again. Straight line. And rubber band man's getting a little more tired. I personally have said many times, the monthly area matters. Now, this is what's so hard about monthlies. Could it be a wick? 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 It feels very wicky. Anyway, just bear in mind all of such, okay? To me, the dumbest people are screaming that the top is not in. That's how we'll end up. Microsoft, Mr. Softy, wide and loose, a little choppy sloppy today. Another wiki, 290, filling some old gaps here. Look to the left. You know, filling these little gappers. Keep an eye on it. Again, NDAQ, this thing's been a dog. Roof. Got fleas. Roof. All right, that's cool. I mean, it's due to bounce, but it's coming into references up here. I mean, let me do some drawings, and you can see my drawings. There you go. Micro strategy. Have you heard of it? Let's look at it, right? Holding up doji at the highs. I mean, if I owned this, I'd be very nervous to see this setup because I wouldn't want to see this. Big move, long-legged doji at the highs, at range highs. Okay. Netflix. Back testing the trend line, major resistance. Looks like the short spot. Roadblocks. Rallying through these. Look above and fail. Keep an eye on this again because that could be a blow off top. Tesla. Swear to God, buy calls. Everyone was saying buy calls last week. Meh. Gaps down. Yikes. 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 Keep an eye on it. You know, I don't really know what to say other than I don't believe it's going higher. Red alert. If you've been following Twitter and you saw my alerts, I'm like, look at materials. Dead cat bounce 20-day. Kapow. Not looking good. Nucor. Bounces. Kapow. Look at that. All these days eaten up in hours. Caterpillar. Been chugging along slowly up. Kapow. Down 12 points today. I mean, 20 points. No, sorry. Probably 15, 16 points off the highs. VALE. Pops and flops. Chop, flop, chop, pop. Arrow. Thought copper was going to break out, right? Okay, we talked about this candle being an issue. Look at this. Things that don't look good. CCJ. I mean, this thing looked like it was going to the moon. Uranium. Materials look nasty. CF. Now, again, ag names I think are getting closer to the bottom than not, but we'll see. Chopping around. Mosaic. Same thing. Has nothing. Hits the 20-day, getting a little stucky in the mud. NTR, same thing. Hits the 20-day, bouncing, flopping, chopping. Aaron, aluminum, hits the 20, back and right back down to the range area lows. Keep an eye on it. XLF, talked about the 32s. You're welcome if you start taking that trade. Now, I know it hit the 8-day and bounce, but I would keep an eye on that. Banks are not out of the woods yet. By any means, JP Morgan. These guys need to pay higher rates. I'm sorry. 20-day, backing off. Morgan Stanley, 20-day, backing off. Goldman Sachs, over the 20-day, but is this a left-right combo, right? Left bar, green, red. Sorry, doji, and then red bar. I mean, obviously it could be red, then green, then red, then doji, then green, but this is green, then doge, red. Be careful. XBI, right? We talk about this thing is lagging, showing something's wrong. Because bios are a risk-on kind of thing, and they are not showing risk-on. They are at the range lows, just holding on for dear life. TAN, we talked about solar. At some point is going to get kicked in the teeth. All right, pops, watch this area. I mean, I told you it's like fiber optic cable. It ain't getting through there. ENPH, Retro Raggy. Retro, keep an eye on it. Sedgerton. Yeah, 50-day, same thing. All of these moving averages converging after they've been absolutely liquidated. Keep an eye on it. TAN, sorry, First Solar. We talked about the Morgan Stanley downgrade. That makes sense, actually, and see what happens. A 20-day, it's trying to hold on. We've said 20-day breaks, you run. USO, you would think this stuff would be up today. Gap opens high, closes flat. Keep an eye on it. UNG, as I've warned, this ETF is decays. You like nat gas? Well, it's making new lows, even though nat gas is not making new lows. Keep an eye on it. It deteriorates. I would not go long XOP, or sorry, UNG. XOP, look at today's candle. Opens right again up against the trend line. Burnt. Takes out yesterday's lows. That does not look good. ExxonMobil, talked about this. Getting back up to the monthly channel. You better watch this thing, because this could be a novice gap trap. And this could be a big novice gap. It's either a professional gap starting a big move, or it's a novice gap trap. Now, that doesn't really help, but you have to think of it that way. Oxy, again, here's a gap getting stuck here. Watch the 66 level, right? Let's end it with a few of these oil names. PXD, popping, chopping, hits over the 50-day. Keep an eye on it. 2-day range. It's closing right at the lows. I'd be a little nervous. EQT again, chopping, holding, looking a little better. Holding the 50-day again. This stock has just been pure frustration. They can't manage their futures exposure, and that's just kind of what they're doing. But it's in this box. If it stays in this box, should hold in the box. Nothing really to say. Flex LNG, popped, flopped, chopped, 200-day, better hold on. All right, if you have any questions, please reach out. Go by www.thetradingagent.com. Please feel free to join the email list, subscribe at the bottom. lot of great content, trying to get the website better, meeting with some folks to try to kind of clean it up, make it better in time for the folks that can't do the Discord room, because I know there's a lot of people just don't Discord, or rather just follow a website. Try to make it a little more education, a little cleaner versus just all of the videos on YouTube, like laying them out on the trading agent website. Just trying to make the content streamline better for viewership. And again, I appreciate all the love and support. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this, because the more people that get involved, the more that I want to help. I mean, it's just to give to get kind of thing. I enjoy helping. It makes me better. And again, you'll do the same for someone else. Because again, all this content's free. We're not sitting here trying to sell you any packages. And I put a disclaimer in the email list. If anybody ever asks you for money, crypto, send them something, anything seems scammy, fishy, let me know. There's a lot of people try to impersonate, mimic, and create similar content to try to scam people. The internet is a crazy place. I mean, I was just listening to something they were talking about. If someone calls you and you talk into a microphone, they can take your voice and try to replicate it and then call other people pretending to be you. The internet is rather scary at times. All right. I appreciate everybody's love, support. Be safe out there. I will talk to you guys and gals tomorrow. Keep in mind, ADP tomorrow, trade balance, ISM 9 in manufacturing. The recession's coming. There's no soft landing. They've never managed one. Don't bet on it, especially with the mound of crap they've got to fix now. Talk to you guys and gals later. Love you. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.